Hi, good morning and welcome to my little space. So this is my bit to do with my insights. My name's Purity. I work with a firm called Psychic Truth. It's all brand new, it's all fresh. It's all about connecting in with your inner being and being who you are. So that's really, really key to who I am. So I don't like any false bravado. I don't care if you're famous or unfamous, you're all as special to me. So this gives me my opportunity here. Hi, my lovely Tracy. Gives me my opportunity here to hopefully connect with you guys. So if you've got any questions, feel free to come in and ask. I'm here. I want my resources used. I have my little baby with me today, obviously my crystal ball. Any of the insights that I give you today are my own personal ones. If it's anything deep or personal questions, take the opportunity and do go ahead and put me in for a private reading through Psychic Truth. Right, should we get started? Okay, right. A few weeks ago, I asked people to do an impression with a lipstick reading. Now, with this, what I do is I get a print off of somebody's energy, the same way that it worked with the other lipstick readings. And I had a few that were sent in, but it'd be nice for you guys maybe to send in a picture or something so I can connect if you want me to read your lipstick print. It's simply that can go onto a mug, a cup, or a glass, and I just take from the energy from it. So it's a little bit like psychometry and then a little bit of your own imprint in it, okay? Right, so today we've gone through all these different changes of the moon, and doesn't it get on people's nerves when you go and say, oh, Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, whatever else? We have to base ourselves down on some grounded energy, and a lot of people feel, oh, they don't give us psychics a chance. You know, if we're not telling them what we need to hear, if we lie, we're not being real, genuine psychics. So I think it's really important sometimes that we just be grounded enough to say, yes, I'm a Capricorn, no, I'm a Taurus, or no, my love is a Piscean. Don't look for everything to work all at once. Right, let's get started. Okay, right, I'm just going to be 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab some of my cards, give them a bit of a shuffle. So wait a second here. Hi, Amy, how are you? Nice to see you here, my lovely. Right, it's about awareness I'm being drawn to today. Awareness. Where we are, what we're doing, what we're about. So as myself as a psychic, when you're ready, you'll see me flashing around a little bit of a pen and a notebook. And that's not to keep notes on you. As you can see, the page is always blank. I find it's really, really important that we walk in as a psychic and do your reading privately. This is for you guys, not for us as a psychic. If you've got all these big egos or someone saying he's not coming back and this and that and the other, it's just not going to work. Let's not lie. So as yourselves, you can see I do take a few notes. It's confidential. They don't get kept, they get torn up afterwards. I always start off with a blank page because then my guides start working with me and the information I get here in my third eye can sort of like project itself. So sometimes you'll see this, well, it looks like the shape of an eye some days, so I get really a bit peed off. So just going to adjust myself, get myself back to being half kind of human, so to speak. My cards, I use a different range. I trust John Holland as a psychic comedian myself. I find that his energy doesn't clash with mine. They're always beautiful, good artwork, whatever else. I try not to rely on a book. I don't really need to. I've been doing my work long enough. As some of you know, I'm a natural psychic. Sometimes that psychic mouth can get me into trouble because I'll just speak as I feel. I don't feel to lie. I do work with law of attraction. I believe in it. I believe it's quite a powerful thing. I think it's also important to keep yourself a little bit of a gratitude book. It doesn't have to necessarily be one that you might see on the shelves. You can always create your own. So you've got your own kind of daily journal, and you've got your goals where you need to be going to. And a lot of people tend to latch onto something, oh, I want a good job, or oh, that man's for me. And they forget simple little things like being grateful for the trees that are out there in the land, being grateful for the birds that might just come along every now and then. And as a reader, as many of you will know, I sometimes gaze out of my window and I'm lucky enough to see a robin every now and then. So if that happens, I believe that's Spirit's way of giving us a beautiful, amazing message. Have we got Tracy? Hi Tracy, my lovely. Have you got a question for me that you'd like me to maybe start with? If you read, have you got something that you'd like to base on in any which way? Just me area, it's all for, isn't it? Hi Georgina, my lovely. Has someone got a question for me out there? I am more than happy to try and answer it within reason on the live session now as we're live. And I've just put on a little bit of Reiki music in the background because obviously I'm at home right now and it's just something just to give us peace and quiet here. Okay, so I'm going to try and find these pictures, these images of the lipstick that I might have been sent a few weeks ago. And then I'm going to try and do this live because last week I had problems with my internet connection here. So sadly I couldn't get live and then do any kind of connections. So let's start off with number one. Can you see this here? Got the dirty screen. It's not bright, sorry. My apologies, I'm just trying to adjust it. But basically I've got a lipstick here. A lipstick print of somebody's lips. Where do I? There you go. Can you see that now? Just want to be real with you guys. So I've just been sent this anonymously, and basically what it is, with this lipstick image, and it has been sent through before, I feel as though this is quite a powerful and assertive woman. Her number's number 1 on here. So whoever this is, thank you very much for taking your time. I feel as though you're trying to please people. I do feel as though there's a reinvention around yourself. I feel as though you're in a position of power, but don't let that power overtake who you are. It's really important that we don't try and let too much ego get in on us and then eat our energy up. I do feel as though there's a bit of a transformation around yourself. There needs to be balance. There's been a lot of obstacles and challenges around yourself, and I feel as though you love yourself. It's coming out outwardly, but it might not be felt inwardly. And if you haven't got the balance, you're not going to attract what you need. So sometimes, even though you're a powerful person, please do bear in mind that you have other people around you that are making you powerful. Without others in your life, you're not going to be successful. There seems to be temptation. So this is either temptation of around yourself or somebody else who may be pulled into either an argument or affairs of the heart. So be careful how you trade with this one. I feel as though it's time for you to be strong. I do feel as though there's fertility or indications of giving birth to new ideas. So that could be if you're not really motherly or wanting to be a mum, maybe somebody around you is thinking about having a baby or starting something afresh and something new. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up there and sensing. I'm going to go along to number 2 here. I will get a bit more in depth with number 1, but I feel as though some of this should be private. So obviously for these ladies, I want to do a little bit more of a private reading. I'm not a hypocrite, so I'd rather not do something than do it. So number 2. Okay, with number 2, I feel as though you're very undecided, my lovely. You're sort of like all over the place, your energy. 1 minute you're this, next minute you're that. Be yourself. Stop being who you're not and start sort of like fixing yourself up. I feel as though you're a powerful, strong person, but your competition doesn't just lie around those that you're working with. Your competition sometimes is your own self. I feel as though sometimes you're battling against yourself, or what you find is just might not be someone else's idea. I feel as though it's time for you to start moving on. I feel as though you've moved forwards. There could have been indication of travel around you or someone around you, but I'm feeling as though things are moving on. I feel as though there's transformation from both people. You both project and your energies are kind of strong towards others, but don't be, how can I put it without offending anyone? Okay, I'm going to speak straight because it always gets my mouth into trouble anyway. Sometimes your ego is taken over. So if you're in a position of power, no matter who people are, if they're a director of a company, if they are just a normal worker, we have to appreciate that everybody else makes that engine turn. If you get too big-headed, you've got a chance of not being respected. So that's something that you're attracting. I feel as though I want to go with one of you 2 people, maybe working with something like law of attraction, but you've shut the book. You've not believed in it. So obviously now you're going like, what is happening? Why are good things happening to me? Well, you're not keeping your vibration high enough. Moany, grainy people don't always get it. Egotistical people don't always get it. And as many know, I'll speak to models out there, CEOs, celebrities, whatever. You always get the same voice with me. Every now and then it makes me go, you know, like you get a bit nervous because you feel as though you're dealing with somebody who's powerful. And then it's a matter of taking a bit of a deep breath and then realizing that we're reading their energy for them and that we are all as important. So I feel as that's really, really key here, that we stay grounded and focused. Amy, I can see a question here about the full moon that we had and how that you're a Capricorn. So I'm going to try and sort of like get onto this a little bit. The effects for you. every moon changes for every different being, but apparently for Capricorns, and I'm a Capricorn myself, that energy will change. But I believe if you're always indoors and you're waiting for that moon energy just to stream through your windows, you're not going to get it right. I believe that also get out there, get out in the night, even if it's walking in the garden for 2 seconds, take a bit of appreciation for the energy, and also do that in the daytime, because if we're ignorant, nothing's going to work for us. So we can say, yes, the moon energy changes us, but if we're going to be on an ignorant vibe, nothing's going to work for us. I do find that the moon shift energies works with females with their reproductive system. So I feel as though during moon energy, powerful psychic people really get like a big boost, and then there's other times when we clash against other people's signs. So sometimes it's taking back your power and authority, and if you've been belittled by others, I'll just say, as a Capricorn, take that power back, take it with a bit of a good vibe, and take some of your power. As I posted up on one of my social media posts today, because I ain't got any big head, I'm just myself, I decided to post this. Queen Bee, have a look at that, my lovelies. Queen Bee, you are a queen. You're a queen. You're a queen. Everyone else takes their cup and drinks from the tea. Does that make sense to you? They'll sit and gossip and whatever else. So with Capricorns, I feel as though take your power back symbolically. Be yourself and who you are, and stop worrying. If you're going to keep comparing yourself against everybody else, you're not going to get there. Capricorns are also very, very nurturing, so they feel as though they have to be responsible for somebody else or help someone else climb. We can be very stubborn people, so I feel as though with this moon, it's a way of clearing certain crap out, but we're also working with different vibrational energy now, which makes a lot of people come towards life coaching, mentoring and whatever else. So let's forget my hair and get on with it. Now, sometimes with people with their third eye, I feel as though it itches, it goes. So with moon energy, just appreciating it, thanking the universe. It's about energy. You're not trading souls, you're not doing anything that's nasty. The sun and the moon have always been there. It's yin and yang, but a lot of us don't obviously necessarily follow it or don't appreciate it, and they'll put excuses onto different things. So I feel as though it's important to keep that balanced. Hi Tracy, will my gamble pay off? Well, gamble, my lovely, anything that you feel as though is a gamble is a risk take anyway. So don't you think that it's really important that you sort of like dive into it a little bit better, stop gambling, and if this is going to work, it will work for you. So I'm just going to clarify it. I'm going to ask 3 of my cards just to give me a bit of it. But okay, if this is around a relationship or you playing around to do with stability, focus on what you're meant to do. Stop letting your energy get diverted by everything else, if that makes sense to you. If it's about work, planning for your future, I feel as though it's all good here. Don't let silly little people get in your way or dull your ambitions, because you've got some positive vibes here. Just be careful. Don't get too much. I'm not saying don't go and have an affair or whatever else. I don't know what your question's in relation to, but focus back on yourself. I feel as though it's achievable, my love. Okay. How Ruka, how you doing, my lovely? Hello. Hi Georgina, again hi Amy. Have we made any sense so far? Has anyone got any questions for me? I'm more than happy to answer them, and obviously we're going to be doing some sort of offer here today where I want to give away some readings. So I have done so much voluntary work over the last few months working with people with mental health issues and cancer and stuff like that. So just of late, I've been finding that younger people who are children, everyone attends a funeral and someone forgets about them later. Does that make sense to you? And about the period of when their parents are passing or they're sick. So to myself, I had a suggestion from a young lady whose mum I went to her funeral, and she was describing how her mum's last minutes were. So I said, right, okay, if I can do this, I'll do that. And she goes, why don't you just do something and then donate your time to giving something away free for somebody, and then it will come back round. But when you're thinking about it next year, can we probably do something for those that are lost? So can we get something done? So it's not just for the people that have passed over. This in contribution will go to those that are left as victims. So I want to be able to give something back. So this will be like a bit of a spin. So I'm going to get some candles going and do some prayer meetings and some affirmations and just be here to listen. You know, when everyone else is pissed off, sorry to swear, or when it's Christmas and everyone else is celebrating, no one wants to pick up the phone. I will have my phone on and I will be there to listen. So this is part of my contribution. So to myself, this young lady, she gave me the idea, give away some free readings. Let's get the bubble going and get your energy up, and that's what I'm doing. Am I making any kind of sense to anybody out there? Hello everyone, are we here? I'm so ignorant, I can't read comments as we're going along. I happen to be what you call like a real kind of psychic, I think. Right, Tracy, thank you very much, my lovely. Could I have a reading of how 2020 will be for me, please? Amy, I am offering free 10-minute readings. If you use my name, Purity, at all on Psychic Truth, even to connect with another reader, I'm happy to offer you a discount. But also for yourself, I'm going to offer you 3 cards now out as we're here. Booking, I'm not available all different hours, but if you give me a little bit of a rough time scale when you're going to be available, I will arrange for your reading. Now, for yourself, my lovely, I feel as though there's a bit of a union spiritually, so I feel as though myself, there's something coming together. That could be soulmates, that could be family, that could be, the energy seems to me where you're focusing on your foundations and your future. There seems to be partnerships, a new growth, friendships. If you're an entrepreneur, you're putting that energy in and you're getting something out, but you seem to be thinking about your future. That gives off the vibration to the universe and your soul group. So not only your soulmate, but your soul group. Things come together. The way that the energy that I'm feeling is this is new beginnings. I feel as though there's strength. There's not just fake friendships when someone comes to hold your hand for 2 seconds and then they're left. I do feel as though it's something that's good. So I hope I've made a little bit of sense there to Amy, and do take advantage of anything. Okay, Vulca, of course, my lovely, and as I've said before, you get an opportunity to have a little bit of a free reading if you want one. Don't feel obligated. I'm not here to force anybody into anything. I feel as though sometimes, Walker, with you, you're over analysing the situation. I feel as though you need to slow that energy down. When we panic or we get anxious about something, it raises this kind of energy and vibe that's like a magnet, just to draw everything in, and that could be good and bad. I feel as though slow down a little bit, reanalyze the situation, think about what you're doing. You can only give birth to your new ideas or new beginnings if you're truthful. If you're going to be fake, you're going to attract everything fake back into your energy field. So I feel as though it's important just to stay a little bit grounded and a little bit real. So how are we doing so far? You're very welcome, everybody. Is there anyone else that's here? Do we have any questions? Because I'm just like sitting here right now. I know that I had some great feedback for some Reiki masters. I've also, obviously, as I've sat here bragging, spoken to a lot of authors. I do speak to a lot of males. I think it's because I'm quite a grounded woman. I'm not here as a psychic to tell you what to do, how to go and grab that man, how to suffocate that woman. You know, it's bloody scary out there, isn't it, really? And all these dating apps and sometimes slow down a little bit. If you are a demanding character within yourself, what man, woman, or whatever gender they choose to be is going to be attracted to you. It's just not going to happen. And then sadly for ourselves as psychics, we sit here and we're patient and we try to guide somebody, and then sometimes our opinion isn't wanted, or you do get the odd rude person who just slams down the phone. And to me, that's kind of gutting, because your belly feels it if you're empathic, and then you have to kind of cut off and you go, do you know what, no wonder they don't get on their life, but you just send them love and light anyway. Have we any other comments here? I'm not too sure how many people in the room. Would anybody like a free reading? Would anybody like a little bit of guidance on something? I'm not here to judge you. Please do I understand and appreciate as well, if you're going to play with anything, it's all about energy out there in the universe. So if you're going to have an affair, that's to your doing and that's to your choice. It doesn't always necessarily mean that the man or woman or whatever gender they choose to be, I'm getting really stuck on this one right now, they won't necessarily leave their wife for you. Sometimes affairs are affairs, or their husband, and they won't necessarily come to you once they've got divorced. So you can't keep taking it out on a psychic. So there's got to be something wrong that you're also doing. So if you were genuine within a state of an affair, and then you allowed your partner to finish with his partner, that collectively will add up a little bit of good karma, and you'll find that that person then starts coming towards you But if you're really grumpy, always blooming miserable and forever moaning, no wonder that lover doesn't come back. So that's something that a lot of people have got to start to consider and stop taking out on psychics, because I do feel as though in the end, collectively, you are just building up negative karma and you're going to start drawing it back to yourself. So think about what you're putting out there. A lot of people go from psychic to psychic, unfortunately. We all work in our different ways. We all see things in different ways. We all believe in different things. But it's hard work being out here, being open and real and honest, working in our own styles, trying to help other people, and then taking on a bit of the backlash. So think about what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm just trying to move some of my hair so it doesn't look like my third eye is just popping along. Right, so I guess, have we got any questions out there? Am I still babbling onto myself here? Oh, let's have a look. I'm drawn to it. Right. Hi, Chloe, my lovely. Do you know what? I've just got drawn to your energy and I don't know why. As I've said before, I'm a natural psychic clairvoyant medium. So when I look at somebody's picture, even if it's just a small thing that's stuck in a corner, I'm being given info. I feel as though you're a strong person, Chloe, although I can just see the back of you. And this is why I think I'm quite glad that I've sort of like steered clear of like Facebook and stuff. As I said before, I've read for a few people who go, are you searching me on Google? No, love, I haven't really got the time. I feel as if you could be clear, our tools are here, our energy's here, and then the energy's here, and we've also got to work with the heart. So being fake doesn't get you anywhere. Being big-headed, especially a lot of people these days with their egos can clash against each other, and it makes you unapproachable and rejectable. So many people will be kind of lonely out there and think, oh, what have I done wrong? I'm such a great woman. I've got to change my body. I've got to be slimmer. I've got to be bigger. I've got to be whatever. You haven't. You just got to be yourself and learn to keep that energy flowing. The more that you appreciate, the more you're likely to attract something back. Hi, Jack, my lovely. How are you doing? Thank you very much for taking your time. Hello, Nola. I hope I've, where are we? And Camille. Hello, everybody. Right, is there somebody here that I can just answer one question with? You've got full advantage. If you want to, you can book in for a private reading. I don't babble when I'm reading. I work quite fast, if that makes any kind of sense to you. I'm interested in doing some lipstick readings if you guys have got any. A stain on a glass. You could be male or female. It doesn't bother me. It's a form of psychometry that I'm kind of using. I do have many skills. I do teach. I do sometimes. I've had amazing connections just of recent as a medium, and I've gone as near as to connecting with somebody's energy that was like this person had passed 3 days. So it's not being big-headed. I work on many scales, but I'm not here to scare you. I won't talk crap, and I'm quite direct. So why should I lie to you? It's just not going to get me anywhere. If anything, it will close me down as a psychic. So where are we? Anybody here? I can actually read your comments. That's all I'm reading. I'm not going to click onto anything else. I keep getting drawn to over here. Right. Again, with the lipstick readings, everybody's got a different vibe. The thing with myself is I'll throw it to the universe every now and then. I'll contact 1 or 2 people by email, and then I think it's up to them. And as I said, I don't try and get into any clicky groups, even if I'm walking with 1 or 2 people that they might think that other people aren't good enough for. I'm going to give you, for instance here, last Saturday I went into town and I noticed a young gentleman who's got a wheelchair, and he was laying on a mattress, and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. My heart kept getting drawn to him, and I looked at my dash and it was like 7.5 the temperature outside. I thought, this is bloody chilly. What can I give him? And then I thought, oh my gosh, do you know what? Over a period of like years, I've watched him going downhill. So started off as a young guy that used to be maybe asking for £1 or 2, then he'd go off to the night shelter. And now sadly for himself, he was there bare on a mattress, no kind of real vibe to it. And then I had to be informed again and reminded that homeless people sleep during the daytime, they'll be up in the night. My whole heart went out to him, and I said, right, here, go on, take £1. Just make sure that you don't go and do the drugs. But he knows. And then the reminder that it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, can you please get up? And then I thought of all these different things. I thought, haven't we become so selfish as human beings that we've actually forgotten what real compassion is? We can walk past somebody that's genuine. And I'm just sort of saying to him, don't you dare go and do that with that £1, do something else. but how lonely his life must be, how sad that he's got through so much, and also dealing with a disability and getting to where he is. I had to close the door on a lot of different things this past year, and I've done a lot of support for people that have been suicidal. I've supported families who have been affected by suicide and mental health issues. And one of the nicest memories that I have is sharing a meal with somebody that attempted suicide, and he was very, very open and honest with me. He made me laugh, and he said, I'm the sort of woman that's never said anything like I did before. And although we'd only just simply met by pure chance, he appreciated the fact that I had the time to take him out. He's now built up a friendship and a relationship with his son, so I sort of stepped back from that, but that gave me a different view. What must it be like inside to be that empty where you do something where I've always had the passion for many, many years to support people in different situations and areas, and you do get affected. It is really sad. So think about somebody who's just slightly less than yours. You don't have to demonstrate through money that you're showing them love and compassion, but just do it through, even through a prayer. Just put it down in your gratitude book. So not to overjudge. Back to the ego side. Come on, how many people agree with me? If you're really egotistical, is it sexy? Back to the power knickers, like I said to people before, lucky for myself, I've spoken to many psychic mediums over the years, and you get to learn a lot of different things. And one thing we learned was being able to get on. I'm just going to pick up a different set of cards here. To get on and to learn about chakras, colours, whatever else. So I've done everything. So sometimes with myself, I'll say to somebody, go and get yourself a pair of power knickers, reds, pinks, an orangey browny kind of colour. Manifest that kind of energy. If you are always wearing black, you're going to attract black. So for the colour that links with your sexual energy centre, it's very similar to this. Very similar. That's all you need to do, an orangey brown, and connecting with that energy. Have we anybody here? Hello, Candice. You okay, my love? Hi, Camille. Right, Jack, are we still here? Is anybody here? Are we all shy, or has somebody something else to ask? Be very interesting to hear. If that made any sense. Would anybody like a chance to speak to me on the telephone? At a time that's good for me and you, where it's private, no one else gets involved, but I do speak quite rawly. I really do try and get to the point. Hello. Right, back to things like law of attraction. Have you noticed how many people are really getting into it now, and they're going, oh, I didn't realise that simple. Some things are simple. Some people charge a big packet out there for mentorship, and that's something that I've also learned. So I feel as though I've sacrificed as I've gone along in life to suit other people, but I feel as though some of us are going far too far. If you're going to go broke to support a lover, think about what you're doing. You're just bringing that energy onto yourself. If you're always going to be miserable, why should a man be connected, or a woman connected to your vibration, if you're always miserable? So think about some of that with what we're putting back out. I feel like I can't keep still today. I've got a lot of energy. I want to go with somebody who may dance. I don't know if it's a dance for a living or dance for a hobby, or doing something to do with teaching. And the method of dance, feeling energy around this. I'm just going to give it a second and see if we have any questions here. We did have a few on the Psychic Directory before, so thank you very much for everybody getting involved in that. I really did appreciate your time and energy there. Obviously for yourself. Right, I'm just going to have a look in my old history and then have a look and see where we can go, because one video one day got a little bit ruined, okay? Here we are. Are we still here? I've gone really quiet. Oh, right, okay, sorry, I've got so many different things that get it. Okay, here we are. Okay. Okay, so I've got a question here. This is quite an old one, but I'm just going to go with it. Natasha, I have to move away from this town. When I secure a home before the new year for the girls' schooling, obviously that's gone on. I hope that you got on, Natasha. I did answer that question during the last reading, and unfortunately for yourself, now we're near to the edge, so if you want to book in. Teresa Tracer, I've done sage smudging in my car. I've had so many problems, one after the other. My lovely, sometimes the energy that you're bringing in can even affect our car. So once you smudge, that's really great, but have the intention of something pure around you. Helping with a little bit of salt, or Himalayan salt also does that. Maybe sometimes if you're agitated and you're taking control of a moving vehicle, it's the same as being distracted if you're on a phone or trying to watch a video call. That happened to myself the other day in the car park, and the man nearly run me over because he's so busy talking to his missus on WhatsApp, sadly for him. So, you know, like, things happen. The vibrations in your house, you can cleanse it, you can think positive things. The Himalayan salt lamp helps. If you need to, maybe look at somebody who deals with vibrational energy in one way or another, and helps clear it either through Reiki or maybe a psychic medium that will help. There was a question by a lady called Mandy. Hello, when do you see my daughter settling down? She's 30 years old and living overseas. Isn't it strange how we panic as, how can you put it, as parents, and we wonder about things. Now, I feel as though her daughter's doing right. I feel as though she's gone abroad to set her own ways, and that eventually she will settle down when she's supposed to. I feel as though she's an independent, a little bit of a free spirit. So I feel as though in a few years' time, this lady tends to feel as though she's more settled. There was a lady called Karen here. She was in a bit of a dilemma. Karen, my lovely, my heart goes out to yourself. I'm very sorry for you with your trouble with your ex-husband, and I understand that he wanted you out immediately. I do feel as though if you need to, my lovely, call a helpline and look for some help or some guidance or some support. You're more than welcome to try and book me in if you want to. Have the option there, and we'll have a conversation privately, but do try and get some help. It's not fair for anybody to be thrown out on the street like it is. Top fan. Michaela, hi there, would love a card for any guidance or message, please, and thank you. So, do you know what, top fan? I feel as though you're slightly trapped in fear, but you've got a very happy face that you put on for other people. And I feel as though you need a bit of guidance in life, back in your life, and you will be getting that. And I feel as though I want to give you energy. Things are going to turn around. I feel as though sometimes you relied on everyone else to tell you what to do. And I feel as though in the very long run, my lovely, you're going to be triumphant, you're going to be successful. I've got a question here from a lady called Joe M. I can't afford to further, or a gentleman called Joe M. I can't afford to further my clairvoyant, audio, mediumship. How can I further so many gifts that I have? I answered this on a video, and sadly, nothing happened. Whatever happened to it, the video went. Joe, I am more than happy to offer my guidance and support with a little bit of mentoring. If you're comfortable with taking it from me, I will analyse and see how far you are. I do work in my own kind of way. I am disciplined enough to say, if you're going to focus on this, give yourself some time, but let's grow. I'm not here for the money side of it all. So if you want to, I'm more than happy to help guide you, take you onto my wing a little bit, or maybe point you in the right direction on somebody that can help you on your path. So Joe, if you can see this, Joe M, and you've sent us this messaging, please let me know, okay? Rosie M, hello, how quickly will I move with my transfer before February next year, or later this year, or January, or end of transfer date? Because that question seems so panicked, you're also putting that panicked kind of energy out to the universe. Take a bit of a deep breath, slow down a little bit. I hope that everything's worked out, because I believe that your analytical mind has already set something up for itself and that you want to move. So you seem to be pinpointing where you're going. Again, try and take some notice about what's going on around you. Hi, Candice. I know. Do you know what, Candice? I think I'm one of the worst for it. I think altogether, although I'm meant to be a Capricorn, I can chat forever. I can be somewhere and just look at someone and start a conversation. And there's other times when no one wants to talk to me. But for myself, I'd say to you, bring your aura up a little bit. Bring a bit of pink and orangey kind of colour around you. And around your ears, just see as though you're attracting them what you need to be hearing. If you're a good listener and they're pushing all their crap on you, it feels weighty and it feels toxic. Send it away, let it go. If it's good and vibrational and it's meant to be shared, then take advantage of it. If you're a very good listener and you're attracted to it, and sometimes you want to speak about your own words, I suggest put it in a podcast, start writing it down so you're manifesting good things. Because if you're only going to keep getting people that you're having to listen to, you're never going to be able to use your own voice, and you won't get heard, and you might get left behind a little if you're that good. Everybody, by the way, here at Psychic Truth, you're able to have an opportunity if you're able to read a card and you're happy doing that, or if you want to do mediumship, you want to do crystal ball readings, you want to do lipstick readings, you want to do psychometry, something, apply in. Do feel welcome to sort of like apply for work. So Candice, I feel as though you need to control that, my lovely, because that's going to start making your life go all over the place. Just keep it within moderation. Hello, Richard. Is there anything that I can help you with here, please? I'm going to be finished in a few minutes, but I hope I've brought some sort of like a little bit of sense to you guys when I'm here at the moment. Ooh, I feel as though, isn't it nice how YouTube has everything on it free? And I really do rate some of those psychics, because I'll sit there and have a look myself, but I won't compare myself against anybody else. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to offer you guys some free readings if you want them. Let's schedule a time. I'm here to say start taking your power back. I'm a very good mentor when I need to be, so I'm here to inspire people. I do really read for celebrities, but they get the same voice. I don't really mind. I prefer for them to be honest. I'm not here to stroke anybody else's ego. If you're getting problems, think about why you're getting the problems or what you need to attract. If you want to get back into 2020 and feel a little bit more with it, I feel as though it's time to start preparing and people to start bringing themselves forwards. So there's a lot to do with vision boards and whatever else. I do feel as though, as well, sometimes some of us are giving the wrong energy to the wrong people, and it's sadly attracting their stuff into your lives. Remember, what's not yours, hand it over, or what you're unhappy with, I'd say write it down, so it's letting it go. Forgiveness is really key. If you're just going to be spending your money out to keep a lover, that's not a real relationship. Some of you, both ladies and men, are going broke out there, both with your energy and your financial side, just to keep somebody else happy. We all should be able to interact with other people without getting too jealous, but if you're going to look at everyone else's social media apps undercover, don't be too surprised if that comes and slaps you back in the face, so to speak. So think about what you're doing. Karma is a funny thing that we set out there. I do want to go a lot with somebody's back. I do want to feel as though I've got a Reiki master that's around me that's starting something that's new, and I'll say go back for it. And I also want to put the fact that somebody's turned their back on somebody. Things to do with communication over the next few months for all of us will improve. But if we're going to be childish, jealous, or have this big ego, just expect people just to move off your path. It's like all these people will bring themselves together, you know, like egotistical based people bring themselves together, crystal kind of based people will bring themselves together, indigo people bring themselves together. Big authors are ready to now start going out, working with law of attraction, working with mentoring, helping people go for the next transition of our planet. We have to be more aware of what's going on with having many natural disasters. Our souls can't evolve, and remember, how much you're giving out is how much you're getting back. Does that make sense to you? My next steps, thanks, Richard. Okay, my lovely, obviously as I'm looking here, I can just see a little picture of you, so I've got nothing more, nothing less. So what I'm going to do, my lovely, I'm going to use my crystal ball. Right, Richard, I feel as though you're successful within your own right, but sometimes you seem to blank yourself off, or you're not looking at the bigger picture. I want to say it's okay to speak up, and I want to feel as though you need to scale things down, put things into order, have something ready for January the 1st to do for your vision board. If you're an entrepreneur, I want to feel as though something's growing, but I feel as though your energy grows. I want to feel as though you're very compassionate, you listen to a lot, but don't get into your friends' problems. If somebody's having a bit of away time when they might be on a bit of a break or building themselves up to it, sometimes you're a very good listener, and a lot of people follow your ambition, but you don't believe in yourself a little bit, and I want to pump up your heart a bit and come out. So I feel as though that's great. I do feel as though you're a very caring and compassionate person, and I want to put a lot of genuineness around you, whereas when I'm looking at your energy and your eyes, you're quite real. There's not a lot that you won't show to somebody. If they're kind to you, you will replicate it, but there's a lot that you should be doing on your path. It'd be really interesting to find out if you're kind of a spiritual guy as well. Not being rude, some people don't admit that. No, she's talking to a psychic. When I say to women that I get on really, really well with men, I really do. Some of them have now become very successful men within their rights. But as a girl, I didn't have much choice of other girls to be playing with, I guess. But I was quite a tomboy, so I've got boxers, kick fighters, whatever else. But they've left me to be myself. And I feel as though in life, sometimes we've got to remember that we can have friends. A lot of us are restricting ourselves from not having friends. And Richard, I feel as though you're a blooming magnet. You've got a lovely energy. Hi, Sarah, my lovely. Again, everybody, we're drawing in when I'm going to have to close in a few minutes. I know there's a few of you here. I have 10 readings available. If all of you, if you've been sitting here live in the session, you want to book in with me, leave me a schedule that I can go with, and I will book you down. You're more than welcome to take advantage of it. Anyone else wants a private reading, take the opportunity through Psychic Truth. Mention the name Purity, it allows you some discount. So you don't just necessarily have to get a reading with myself. Thank you all so much. I look forward to connecting with you all at some time. I've explained a million times, and I'll say it once more. Sometimes I have my nails short because I am a holistic therapist, so I do need to use my hand, and I couldn't imagine my hand scratching someone else's body if I need to be doing something like a massage. Do think of somebody else who's got less than you. Don't go out of your way to be getting something back. That's rubbish. You give to charity from a good heart, or you don't give at all. Follow your ambitions. There's somebody in this group, I feel, or somebody who's going to be connecting with this video, who drives big trucks, drives big cars. I feel as though you're a little bit lonely, or you've had a loss over the last 3 months to 3 years. I feel as though it's a physical loss, so you've lost somebody. I just feel as though, do you know what, in time, just be yourself. What goes on in your head isn't always crazy, but allow things to minimize. Stop overthinking. I hope I've helped you all. I'm sorry to sit and fidget every 5 minutes. Thank you all very much for your time and your energy, and big love. As I've said, 3 readings are available. If you want to book in with Psychic Truth, take advantage. Our rates are really, really great at the minute. Buy one, get one free. And also mentioning the word Purity will get you some discount. Okay, my people, thank you so much. Good vibes and loads of positive energy. Just keep throwing it out to the universe. Good things are going to start to happen. If you're sitting down in a little cocoon or a bubble that's negative, no one's going to know about you. Thank you so much, my sweethearts. Bye-bye. Take care.